Alice in Wonderland. You know it. You love it. Maybe. Maybe you hate it. Who knows? I quite enjoy it. I've obviously, like most, watched the Disney movie. I've not really done anything else. Pretty invested in this Habermania game that might come out. Kind of want to get that game when it comes out. So, slightly inspired by that and the deep rabbit hole it took me down, pun intended, I made my own Alice costume. Yeah, no, this actually started with me getting really into making my Halloween costume back in June, which is the perfect time to make your Halloween costume because now I can sit back and relax and I don't have to worry. With that out of the way, Alice, the protagonist, is a spacey girl who spends most of her time in class daydreaming in her fantasy world, the world in which plays off of the other people in her real life. Basically, she's just making fan fiction out of the people in her world. She has a very close connection with Rabbit. Obviously, it's Alice in Wonderland. But instead of making the White Rabbit a character, I made the White Rabbit a concept. The rabbits are a representation of time in the yard outside the school. They're in a boarding school. There's a field of rabbit. At night, Alice tries to save the rabbits from being killed by the chef and served up as food. They pass the rabbits off as things like as other meat. Alice saves the rabbits by hiding them in different locations and chasing them off. And she's constantly getting in trouble with the school through that chasing off of the rabbits or due to just generally being distracted during class. The Cheshire Cat. A bothersome member of Alice's class, constantly poking her head into Alice's business, gossiping, and no one knows if she's ever speaking the full truth. Uh, if you've noticed, I've gender swapped a lot of these characters for the sanctity of an all-girls school. The Cheshire Cat likes to bother Alice as she tries to help the rabbits and such. The Hatter, a scared girl from another class. Alice sees her when she's sent to the office. The girl always seems like she's staring off into the distance, and also has a similar interest in rabbits as Alice does. Alice kind of just comes up with her own idea of what the Hatter is like for the most part, and she never really gets to know. Queen of Hearts. Finally, the Queen of Hearts, the last character that I have an actual design for, the idealized version of Alice. She's supposed to be Alice if Alice wasn't Alice. I'm gonna have a stroke. She is, Alice if she would follow the rules and behave. She's actually the head of Alice's class, and she's the Queen of Hearts. It's the one which she has on her apron. All of the aprons have different symbols on them that are the cards and different numbers. The numbers don't matter other than the ranking of Queen and King and Jay. At first, Alice doesn't really know much about her, but they do learn to get along in the end. Uh, yeah, I don't really have much ideas of where this is going and what it's going to be about, other than like maturity and growing up, and not wanting to. But other than that, I don't really have anything else. I don't even know if I'm going to even make it or finish the character design. But yeah, the end.